What's going on, guys? It's your boy Adjen back again for another Outerplane video, and for today it's time for some air gear guide and team building. Some of you might be wondering what is the best gear setup for air. My answer to that one is that there are no best setup for any character in the game because it really depends on the content that you are trying to tackle. So for example, you want to use air on Chimera Hunt. What is the best gear setup for that one? It kind of varies. You might want to be using a really high speed DPS character per air in that fight, or it also depends on how you approach the content that you are trying to finish, that you are trying to clear. If you really want to finish the dungeon in a speed run, you might want to be equipping air with speed DPS gear. Since she is a really powerful DPS, you might want to be equipping her with really fast and really DPS gear oriented gears like this one. This one has the crit chance, crit damage, and speed, attack percent. Those are the really important stats for a speed DPS unit. Speed, crit chance, crit damage, speed, crit chance, and attack percent. Also, you might want to get also some flat attack there, but as you can see, my gear sets are not the best, but they are pretty decent. And this is my best speed DPS gear. As you can see, it has 3.5k attack, 257 speed, 62% critical chance, and 214 critical damage. This one still needs some workaround by putting some gems. Yes, gems already exist, but they are kinda very expensive. They are somewhat end game content target. That should be everyone's end game goal, because crafting 6-star level 6 gems are really expensive. I don't have her exclusive equipment, but this one is kinda okay-ish, but not really a priority in my honest opinion. This one gives you accuracy. Now, accuracy is really important in PvP since there are a lot of evasion characters now in the arena. So if you're planning to use air on PvP, then you might want to farm this one and equip this one to her. Also, if you want to main air, you might want to prioritize this one, mainly because to slot the gems, because this one and the talisman are the only items where you can put gems. So if you really want to have a really powerful air, then you might want to be farming the equipment, exclusive equipment, and give her that one. Now, what is the best talisman to use for her? As I've said earlier, it really depends on the content that you are trying to build or trying to tackle. If you're running chain spam team build, if you want to spam the chain skills, you might want to equip some really nice talisman that can generate you lots of chain points. Like for example, this one can give you lots of chain points. This one is usually meant for PvE because in PvP you cannot use chain skills. That is why this one is meant for PvE only. So if you are planning to be using air on PvP, then you might want to equip something like this that can get you more AP points, like this one, the Tactician's Charm, by attacking an advantageous element. When you're trying to attack an earth type character like Han Bully or Rona, they are really popular now in some of the arena defense because of the HP buff. There are a lot of bruisers now in PvP, so you might want to be using those. Aside from in PvP, aside from the Tactician's Charm, I think Vanguard's Charm is always good for every character in arena, because this one can give you 37 action points when hit by an attack that targets all allies, and cleave is still really popular even in arena defense. So you might want to be equipping this one to air, so that air will gain more AP. Now, as I've said, it really depends on the content that you are trying to do Uh, Attack set may also work out with air, but it's really stat hungry dependent with critical damage. You want your attack set to have a lot of critical hit and critical damage substats for you to be able to fully utilize that one. And also, she might be kinda slow using that one, but you can still work around that one with having a speed necklace. If you want to be going full attack set for her, or maybe you can also do some critical damage set for you to be able to reach some insane amount of damage with the critical damage here. And now for the team building for air, monopart team is always best for PvE when tackling earth type of content like Chimera Hunt, but there are some cases where it's not always the mono team that are really useful. But just for example, Air, Valentine, Tio, and what the other, Eternal, yes, these are the pretty popular mono part team right now, because Valentine can buff critical chance and critical hit damage. Tio is there to be the best healer, and then Eternal is your main debuffer, and Air is your main DPS. That is pretty much the common mono part team build. But the pretty popular one to clear Chimera Hunt 12 includes this Stella. Just remove Tio there in that team formation and put in this Stella and try to spam chain skills. That is one way to tackle Chimera Hunt 12. But in Twin Beetle, since there are no what do you call this, restriction to how many runs to finish the stage, you can always run Valentine, Tio, Eternal, and Air in full auto. It will clear it very easily. Yeah, I did not make the showcase for that one because there are no new stages for the weapon hunts, but that one is pretty easy with Air on your team because Air is really meant for tackling those type of content, and that is why I think she is a mass summon. At this point, she is already a mass summon because not only she tribalizes Chimera Hunt stages and the weapon hunt stages with the earth enemies, but most probably she will be very useful in the upcoming next guild raid. Probably in the next guild raid, the enemy is going to be an earth type boss, so fire characters will excel on that guild raid. So it's better to have Air right now so that you will do pretty well in the next upcoming guild raids. And I think that's it for me for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it if you can help me grow my channel more. And thank you to everyone who are supporting my channel. I appreciate every one of you. Until next time, peace.